Hello and welcome to the Stitch with Love podcast. I'm just going to adjust myself so I'm more comfortable. My camera started recording, but that's fine. It means I don't have to do it. My name is Shannon. I am a knitter and a crocheter coming to you from Palmerston North, New Zealand. And this is my knitting and crochet podcast. So fair bit of knitting this week, which I am very excited about. I have a finished object, a couple of almost finished objects, and then some other stuff in there. I have acquisitions, I have a new test knit, I have life news, I have everything this week. So if that's something that you are interested in, feel free to stick around and we'll get into it. So we'll start with a finished object. Now, I say finished object in the sense that it is not on the needles. So I just had a thought. I forgot to say something. If you want to find me on social media, if you want to find me on social media, I am at shanmarie2401 on both Instagram and Ravelry. Hopefully I will remember and put it in the description. Back to finished objects. It is not blocked, but it's off the needles. So it's like technically finished, but I still need the ends woven in and for it to be blocked, because I finished this at like 10:30 last night. And at that point, I was not going to be weaving in ends and blocking. I was going to bed. So this is be a little floppy with the turtleneck. My Acorns and Antlers by Johanna. It's got 2 sleeves now. Oh, hey. I've left my progress keeper in because that's where I was last week when I recorded. So I did the other half of the sleeve and the cuff. I'll show you the back. It is a beautiful colour work, circular yoke turtleneck jumper. It is fingering weight. I have knit this out of Mamawooling plush fingering, which is an 85/15 superwash merino nylon base. And I'll just double roll this so it's not as sloppy. That's probably really not how I'd wear it, but it's just less floppy that way. There's the colourwork detail. It looks a little bit lumpy bumpy right now because it's not been blocked. So I'm a little bit worried just with the nature of the contrast if there's going to be any bleeding. So I have bought some colour catchers that I plan on using when I wash this. Colourways. The main colour, the main part of the sweater is Wonderland, and the blue tealy kind of colour is Down the Rabbit Hole. My brain today is not working. So yeah, it is finished. I will block it after this. I'm hoping it will dry in time, that I potentially, if the weather is not brilliant, can wear it to uni tomorrow. But we'll see. Really depends on how long it takes and also what the weather's like, because spring is well and truly here. We've had, all of last week, we've had temperatures around between 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. I think it's around the 60s in Fahrenheit, but I'm not too sure. Can't remember. So it's been pretty warm. I mean, there's been days where I went to work, I wore jeans, and I regretted it. I was sweating. It was like, it felt hot, and it's early September. So, you know, it's picking up. The weather's picking up. The flies are back, irritating me. but I can use my washing line again. So, you know, and it's actually, as much as I love winter, it is nice to see the sun. I will say that. However, wait until it gets to like 25 degrees and then I'll be probably complaining again because I don't like the heat. So yeah, it is off the needles. It needs ends woven in, there's ends everywhere and blocked, but it's done. So I'm excited about that. I used 3.5mm needles. These are my liquor needles for the main part, and then for the ribbing, these were meant to be 3.25, but I made a boo-boo. These are actually 3, but yeah, it worked out fine. I don't mind. I was not gonna rip back like 10 centimeters of ribbing on the body and 8 centimeters on one of the cuffs because I used 0.25 of a millimeter needle smaller than I was meant to. I was not gonna do that. Cool, so we'll go on to a almost finished object. In this bag, why is it dirty? In this bag, I'm so close to done. I honestly probably need to finish it today because socks are normally my at uni and like on the way to uni sort of knitting, and I literally have a foot. So, and it's not even like I could, you know, finish this foot and then cast on the second one. This is the second one. So, and I don't want to take a whole other skein of yarn to start new socks tomorrow because I'm back at classes tomorrow. But anyway, it needs a late anyway. I missed the window for the Farmer's Daughter Fibres, so I just want them done. These are Farmer's Daughter Fibres, the sock squad from last month. What was last month? August. It's a very pretty colour. I love it. These are just shorties that I've, like shorty vanilla sock that I've done on Chalgu 2.25mm needles. This is the second one. First one's here. And this is the yarn. That's the main colour. It doesn't have a colourway name because it's just Sock Squad August. And then this one, what's the colourway name? Yucca? YUCCA. So, these are so close to being done. I've been too busy focused on my jumper and a test knit, but I seriously need to do these maybe this evening so that I can cast on the next pair, which I will talk about in acquisitions because I have got the yarn. So yeah, Farmer's Daughter Fibres, August Sock Squad. Almost done. Thought I tracked my yarn in there, I did not. This has also been a fixation simply because it's a test knit and I want to make sure that I get it done in time, that I can take good photos. This is not a secret test knit, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be showing it. This is huge. It is Embrace Autumn by Kelly Monster. I have just finished this section here. I've got 2 more sections to go and then casting off. I don't know why my voice went funny. I don't know. But anyway, this thing is massive. It's a lot of fun, but the rows now take about 20 minutes each, so it's taken a while, but I'm enjoying it though. It's good. So, yarns. All of these are, let's see if I had ball bands. Was I good? I was good. I have all 3 of them. Would you look at that? Bit of scrap yarn. These are all Prosper yarn on the chuffed base. The like yellowy colour, which is this, is Sweet Sweet Manuka. I hope that's focusing. And then the green is Ent, E-N-T. And then the colour I'm using right now, this one here, is Sandcastle. I bought all of these from a yarn shop in Auckland, Loopine Wool Co. Yeah. And I'm using 3.5mm needles. These are the Caspian Wood by Knit Picks. Interchangeable. My first ever interchangeable set that I got. I'm just trying not to lose any stitches. But there we go. When it's done, I'll be able to probably show you better because it's not going to be bunched up on needles. Probably need a longer cable, but at this point I'm so close to being done, I don't really want to change the cable. So yeah, testing it. This bag is by Mamawooling. I can't remember when I bought it. I think last year. I have no idea. I can't keep track. How many more we got? The one? Yes, just the one. Because I have not really worked on, actually, scratch that. I've not worked at all on my granny stripe blanket, so I'm not going to bother showing that. This bag is by Knit Bits, and I've worked on this a little bit. It's probably not very interesting, but I'll show you anyway. It's a crochet project. It's the Hexagon Granny Stitch cardigan. I've put a few more rows on it, but that's about it. This is still the first panel. So let's see if I can get it to do, there we go. So it's going to be like that, and then there'll be another side, and you connect them. This yarn, well, I'll start with the hook. I'm using a 4.5mm crochet hook. This is honestly a cheapie from the warehouse, but the rubber grip on it is actually really comfy. So 4.5, and the yarn, I don't have the ball band because I lost it somehow. Oh, this popped off my tape measure, so I've just noticed. See if I can get it back on. There we go. It is Karen's Skinny Cakes, which is 100% acrylic DK weight. Cookies and Strawberries. It's a discontinued colourway. I think the yarn itself is also discontinued, but the colourway was discontinued ages ago. I bought this in lockdown, so this is years old. I only have one skein, but I do have a skein of, I think it's like 4 Seasons Stallion from Spotlight. That's very similar to like this peachy kind of colour. So I'm just going to use that once I run out. So yeah. Again, that's been a out and about sort of project. I have just realised that I have another one that is in the other room, so I'm going to go get that. I am back. I was worried I was going to push the wrong button, but I did not. Oh, why am I puffed? Anyway, this bag is by Little Black Hen that I got from Team Manawa Fibre Fest earlier in the year. And this, again, not too much on it. This will probably come to uni with me tomorrow. Why? Sorry, it's tangled. Yeah, there we go. It's only a little bit. But here is my Earthshades Cowl. I think I got the name right. Earthshades Cowl by Black Cat Knitting Company, which is The designer's name is Alana. She runs Loopine Wool Co in Auckland. And the yarn, I have tags. I'm being good right now, which is good. It's Spin Cycle dyed in the wool in the colourway Nostalgia, which I'm loving. And try and get it so it's easier to see. Brooklyn Tweed Perry in the colourway Peony, which is this one here. So I am enjoying it because it's just simple brioche, and then like if you look at the photo, I don't know if I'll be able to put a photo in. I'm going to try and edit this one, but I can't promise, so we'll see. But if I can figure it out, I'll put a photo. Otherwise the link will be in the description. You get towards the end of it and you do some increases to make a pattern, but before that it's just straight brioche, and it's so nice. I'm using 3.25mm Knit Pro Mindful Collection needles. I got super excited when I found these because trying to find interchangeable 3.25mm needles is quite hard because they're quite small needles. Not a lot of places do them, and I'm always running out for some reason of 3.25mm needles. So I have a set of interchangeables now. I am very excited about that. Cool. So I'm gonna have a water break and then we'll do some acquisitions, which I admit there's a lot. So we'll start with, I guess it's not quite a whip yet because I'm not cast on, but see if I can. Hey, I ordered from Wild Earth Yarns their Eden 8-ply. This is for a test knit. I do not know if it's secret or not, if I can share it. I need to find it from the designer. But this is the yarn I'm using. It is so soft. I've not used it before. And I wish I used it earlier because I'm now, we'll get into the life stuff, but let's put it this way. There is probably at this point like a 70% chance I'm not going to be here after November. And so, as in the country. So, and to get it shipped is going to be like, I think about $70, like £35. But it's so soft. So I'm deciding, do I buy like one special quantity before I go? Or do I just use some British yarns and then use this when I get back? I don't know. But we'll see how I feel after I've knit a whole project with it. But my swatches, grab my swatches. Sorry for the crinkle. Which swatch is the one I'm going with? This one. Like, it's so pretty. And it's so soft. I could rub my face on it like all day. And I imagine it'll probably be really warm too because it's non-superwash. And again, going to a cold climate, I want more non-superwash so that I don't freeze. So yeah, that was exciting. And now I'm questioning, yarn choices a little bit. Farmer's Daughter Fibres. If you have not received your September Farmer's Daughter Fibres, look away for a little bit, because here it comes. I think most people probably have that. Whoa. I don't know if anyone understood that. Most people probably have received theirs, but because I get mine a little bit later, being in New Zealand, but ta-da! It's pretty. I'm probably just going to do a vanilla sock, I think. I'm thinking about getting out my 9-inch circulars again, because I feel like I want to do 9-inch again. We'll see. So I plan on definitely winding these up, possibly casting them on tonight to take with me tomorrow to class. That's the first acquisition. Secondly, right, September, obviously month before October. October, Stephen West's Cowl, which means kits are coming out. And Sarah of Mamawooling often does kits, and she did again. But at the same time, also had a birthday update. Oh, I'm missing a skein. I'll show you the ones I've got, and then I'll grab the other skein, the one that I'm missing. Thought I was missing one. Okay. So I ended up making a large yarn purchase. Now, with the exception of possibly a special quantity of this is most likely going to be my last purchase for the year. One, like financial reasons, but also I've already got to go through my stash and basically organize what's going into storage and what's going in a suitcase. And the less yarn I have to do that with, the easier. Not that I've made it particularly easy on myself anyway. So we'll start with the Cowl kit, and then we'll get on to the club, the random, wouldn't really call them random, I plan on making tops with them, and then the birthday colorway, which I left in the other room. So we'll start with the Cowl kit. Currently I'm storing them in this bag because likely this will be my Cowl bag. This is by Little Black Hen as well. This is all plush fingering, so same base that if you've watched my podcast you're probably very familiar with, possibly even sick of, because I use it all the time. Oops. Get myself situated here. And this is my Cowl kit. I'm on a bit of a green kick right now, so this was calling me. My favourite colour is definitely this one. It's deep, kind of like emerald foresty green. It's beautiful. And this is a one of a kind as well, so I don't know if she'll dye it. If she does though, I will have to restrain myself. However, there is one that's very similar to this, which is in the pile next to me. So yeah, these two are both one of a kinds. This one is Bonfire and this one is Sugar, which I used in my last test knit for Kelly Monster. So yeah, my Cowl kit, which I need to wind up and swatch, which I've not done yet. On the list to do, but I've got until beginning of next month, so no rush. Right, we'll do the club. So each month, each month Sarah does a Year of Socks club, which I am a part of, and I don't know when this month's one will be coming out, but it will be. And then she also does like a mystery, she calls it the mystery 50s, but you can also get 100 gram skeins. And I got the 100 gram skeins because I saw the photo and I was like, that looks fun. Ta-da! It's so pretty. It does not have the colorway names because it just says club. But it's gorgeous. And they're quite happy colours. Not probably colours that I would go for if I saw them like on a shelf or something. But like that's one of the things I love about the clubs is I get a chance to try colourways I wouldn't normally. And they are really pretty. I'm not deciding what I'm going to do with them yet. I have like 2 other clubs that are in my stash that I have not decided what to do with yet. They're from last year. So yeah. Mystery club. Right. And then I've got some DK weight skeins. I plan on doing some tops with them, which is why I've only got 2. Either that or I could do a hat. But this is Plush DK, which is 8515 Superwash Merino Nylon in the colourway True. I had my eye on this for about a month and I finally bit the bullet and bought them. And then a new colourway, same base, green velvet. So I've got these 4, and I'm going to go get the one that I missed. So I'm sorry, I'm going to pause it again and I will be back. I am back. Hopefully that's the last time I had to get up. This is September Dawn, and this is Sarah's birthday colourway from this year. I'm thinking about making a muscle bra hat with this. So that's the plan. It's only got 1 skein of fingering, and this is on her plush fingering base as well. So that's a lot of yarn. It's a lot of yarn. But as I said, probably the last acquisitions, with the exception of like the sock clubs, last acquisitions for the year, most likely. Or at least like until after November. So that is all the knitting for this week. Bit of a longer episode. But I'm now going to get into some life stuff. So if you want to stick around for that, you're more than welcome. If you don't, that's completely fine. Thank you for joining me. And we will get into what's been happening. So I mentioned it last week. Yes, I did. That I had a interview for Exchange coming up. It happened on Tuesday. And things are moving pretty quickly, which is exciting, but also nerve-wracking. So I had my interview on Tuesday, which was a lot more relaxed than I thought it would be. Normally we would have the applicant, so in this case me, the mobility coordinator, which is the person who's in charge of the exchange program at my university, and then a representative from the school that we're studying under. So for me, I'm under the Massey Business School, so normally MBS would have someone come in and sit in on the interview. This time they basically decided that they didn't need to, and they just told the mobility coordinator, we trust you, you run the interview and send us the information afterwards. So it was probably the most chill interview I think I've ever had, and I was so happy about it. So I had the interview late Tuesday morning, and then I got off from there and requested my transcript as was recommended. Still waiting for that to come through, but they did say it could take up to 10 working days. So a little bit frustrating because of the second step, but we'll get to that. But they did say 10 working days, so got to be a little bit patient. So yeah, had my interview, requested my transcript, and then I went to work. I was not sure when I was going to find out if I got in or not. And I wasn't sure if it was going to be via email or through my portal. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to work. And then about 5 o'clock, it was quite quiet. We didn't have many kids. And so I put some music on for the kids that I saw, on your phone, you get like the email notification. And I was like, oh, have a quick look at that. And it was from the exchange office. So I found out about 5 o'clock on Tuesday that I got in on Massey's side. So that is the first part. So my university have approved me and have nominated me to the partner institution, which in my case is the University of Dundee in Scotland. So I had to send back my contract and like a travel acknowledgement. It's kind of like a waiver as well as just like, these are the terms. I sent that back Wednesday morning, and then I waited. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take, and then Friday night I got an email from Dundee with instructions on how to apply. So I've started the application for Dundee. But as part of the application, I need my transcript, so I can only do so much right now. Once I get my transcript, I will finish that and send it off. I have until the end of this month. There is a little bit of confusion with how it's working, so I do need to actually contact the international office at Massey tomorrow because I have some questions, but I'm sure they will be able to help me. And yeah, so that's where we are. I have got into the first stage and I am now in the second stage, and then if all goes well with that, Dundee will send me like a, what's it called, an offer. That's the word. An offer to study, which I then accept, and then I go forward looking at accommodation and things like that. So that is where we are, which does increase the chance of me going abroad, obviously. So I need to get my head into gear and think about what steps I need to do in the sense of preparing for that. So feeling a little bit overwhelmed at the moment, but mostly excited. So there's the update on that. And then day-to-day stuff. I was on mid-semester break for 2 weeks. I go back to classes for another 6 weeks starting from tomorrow. 6 weeks of classes, a week of study break, and then exams. And then provided that all things are going the way that at the moment I've planned, it'll be 6 weeks of classes, study week, exams, and then after exams I've got like, it'll probably pretty much be finish exams, go up to Auckland, so I'm going to spend some time with family up there, and then like 2 weeks later fly out. So it's going to be a little bit crazy. I could technically wait until January, but I'm going to be paying double if not triple the price. So that is just something I'm aware of, and being a UK citizen, I can go early and just like spend some time with my family in England before moving to Scotland. So that's the plan right now. But obviously with that, there's logistics. We are currently renting. This is not our house. This is not our parents' house. We are renting this. So obviously there is logistics with that. There is a moving, sorry, pardon me. Oh my gosh. I don't know why every time I podcast. Anyway, moving people, cat, and items to Auckland. My cat will obviously be staying here. She'll be staying with family. So as people she knows, I better be sad about leaving her for a year. But yeah, she'll be with family, and then obviously when I come back, she, you know, we take her back basically. So, and my husband is staying here. There's multiple reasons for it, financially, and then like long-term planning. And so he will actually be in Auckland, so she'll be with him. So, and then they'll be staying with family and saving money, basically, is the idea. So that is the plan. Obviously things could change, don't quite know, but that's what's happening. So I'm looking forward to that. It's exciting, but very, very nerve-wracking. Sorry, the giant water bottle. This is what I bought this for work. So that's why I have a giant water bottle. So then I don't need to fill it up every, 30 minutes or whatever. Because sometimes I just don't have the time. I can fill this up and it will probably do me at least half the session, if not the whole session. So that's why I have a giant water bottle. Anyway. Completely unrelated. Probably no one cared about that, but yeah. And coming up in this week, obviously I go back to classes, but I also have a networking event down in Wellington. I live in Palmerston North. It's about 2 hours north of Wellington. And so I will be going down to Wellington Wednesday and Thursday this week, which is actually kind of exciting. Go away. I don't want you. Go away. Got a giant blowfly that's irritating me. This happened last episode. That's one thing I can't say I'm looking forward to with the spring and the summer is the flies. The flies. The flies are a problem. Anyway. It's gone away now. Kind of. It's still flying around, but not near me. Anyway, unrelated. So, I will be going to Wellington. I'm thinking... Hold on. Pardon me. I'm thinking I'm going to try and do like a vlog thing. But I don't know. I say this every time and then I get nervous and then I don't do it. We'll see. We will see. I will have a lot of time, obviously, to knit because I've got a train ride there and back. I've then obviously got time in the hotel when I'm not either studying or at the event. So, yeah, we will see. So it's going to be a busy week, but it's going to be a good one. And hopefully I will also get my transcript, which means I can submit my application to Dundee this week. But I also want to finish my test knit, start the new one. Once my test knit is done, I want to start another jumper, but I also have a whip, long-standing whip, that I want to pick up again. There's a lot of stuff going on, but exciting. So, I'm going to end it here. It's already pretty long. Longer than normal for me. By about 10 minutes, but still longer than normal. And I'm going to sign off. It is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I got some cleaning to do. I want to do some knitting, obviously. It's Sunday. And I went to knit every day, but Sunday's also like a chill day. And then possibly film another video. We'll see. Otherwise that might be Tuesday's job. So, we'll see. But I'm going to head off. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Ravelry, I will have it down in the description. And I will talk to you when I see you next. Maybe middle of the week, it may be next week. I don't quite know yet. I mean, middle of the week, that is next week. I think you know what I mean. Yeah, that's definitely time for me to hop off. So, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes.